Today, I'm creating the strongest character in DreamWorks history. If you think Metro Man, Death, or Tai Lung are strong, well, you have no idea about the character I'm about to create. This character would not only surpass Master Oogway in actual combat, he'd literally not be comparable to anyone in DreamWorks. But before we begin, just to make things a bit difficult, let's throw in a small rule, and that is, we can only use a trait from a character just once. Meaning if we choose to go for, let's say, Poe's physical strength, then we would not be able to use Poe again for other traits like his speed, fighting style, and others. Okay, let's start with the very basics. Now, what physical strength should our character have? Now, DreamWorks does have a lot of powerful fighters, characters like Titan from Megamind. He lifts cars with one hand, throws buildings, and smashes through skyscrapers like paper, tanks missiles, lasers, and collisions without slowing down. Then there is Metro Man, who's capable of carrying massive structures casually. He's shown lifting and moving huge constructions and debris with no visible effort or strain. His punches and flight momentum are so great that he can blitz across the city, hit targets, and stop disasters before normal people can react. Basically, he's just the DreamWorks version of Superman. I mean, look, they even got the same fit. And the third candidate here is Ginormica from Monsters vs. Aliens. If you've ever wondered what gigantic humans look like, this should be it. Nearly 50 feet tall, she can lift cars like toys, catch collapsing structures, sprint faster than traffic, and slug towering robots hard enough to send them flying. But amongst these guys, I think our strongest pick here would be Metro Man, no contest. Now, there are other really strong people like Titan, Poe, and 10th Titan, the final upgraded robot from Megamind, which is basically DreamWorks' answer to a kaiju. However, like I said, there's no contest. This was just the first point, and we still have 8 more to cover. And for the special trait we saved for last, well, all I'd say is that it changes everything, as that would be the most broken trait for someone to have in the entirety of DreamWorks. Anyways, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's keep going. Now, let's talk about speed. Here, we would be considering characters like Hammy, Metro Man, Turbo, and Tai Lung. Now, we would be removing Metro Man, since we've already used him for strength. Now we're left with Hammy, Turbo, and Tai Lung. Now, Tai Lung is quite a quick one, but he honestly doesn't even come close to these two, Turbo and Hammy. Turbo, literally in the title. He's a snail that broke the speed limit on reality. Turbo isn't fast for his size. He is objectively one of the fastest characters ever animated by DreamWorks. He outruns cars, breaks the sound barrier, and moves so quickly that the world becomes a blur of colors and motion trails. Even his reactions push the edge of time, dodging projectiles and precision navigating impossible tracks at impossible speeds. However, I think I'd still have to go for Hammy, who's a hyperactive squirrel who moves so fast that time seemed frozen, and even light lasers perceived really slow. Now, honestly, I don't know if I made the wrong choice choosing him over Turbo. He is a bit faster, in my opinion, but tell me what you think about this in the comments. Next is durability. Yeah, how tough should our character be? Titan is a very durable character. He's shown to survive multiple city-level clashes with no lasting harm. He takes giant explosions, building-smashing impacts, and keeps fighting like nothing happened. Another durable character is Poe from Kung Fu Panda. We all know Poe's body already tells you he's a durable person, and in fact he is. He can easily walk away from mountain height falls, massive explosions, building collapses, and even took multiple severe hits from Tai Lung, Shen, and Kai. Ginormica is another monster in this category, as she's capable of taking hits from skyscraper-sized robots, huge falls, and high-speed crashes. Her giant body barely bruises from forces that level buildings. Then there is Shrek. He isn't really as supernatural as the others, but let me tell you, he can take a lot of damage. Survives being thrown, crushed, and smashed through stone, dragon encounters, tower falls, and brutal slapstick. Yeah, he's as tough as a rock. Among our choices, I think we can agree that feat-wise, Poe and Shrek don't come close to these other two. Ginormica is literally a titan and can naturally take massive hits. However, I think the best choice here would be Titan. He's basically Metro Man 2.0 and arguably has one of the best durability in all of DreamWorks. Okay, now listen closely. For our character's power, I think we would split it into 2 parts. First is ability, which would be his basic stuff, while the other would be special ability, which would be a legendary type of power our character should use. Okay, for the basic power, I don't think I should complicate things, since there are a lot of characters, a lot of powers across DreamWorks, and amongst all of them, one unique one would be Kai Chi's stealing ability. This is basically something similar to taking your opponent's power, which is kind of broken if you ask me. As we saw from the series, the more chi he collects, the stronger he becomes. So yeah, if our character have such power, he'd become a serious threat as there's no one to stop him. And the cherry on top, we can even turn any of our victims into our control. That's kind of illegal, to be honest. Weapons is where we have some really interesting opinions. We've got Death's Scythe, which, yeah, we've all seen in action. This weapon is an extension of Death itself, which makes it extremely dangerous. And it is pretty damn cool as well. Another cool weapon would be Kai Jade Swords and Master Oogway Staff. Kai's blades could be pretty handy. That thing can shatter rocks, lift heavy stuff, and do other micro things in battle. But I think it's out of my reach since I already just used Kai. Oogway Staff, good, but not exactly what I need. There's also the Wishing Star, not exactly a sword or gun. It's a reality warping gear, capable of completely rewriting someone's life with a single wish, strong enough that every major player in the movie was willing to die for it, and the famous fairy godmother wand. This tiny glitter stick is actually insane. It has reality warping powers that transforms people, locations, situations, can fire destructive blasts and shield magic. Basically, it lets the user control cause and effect in a localized way. Now, I think my debate here should be either Death's Scythe or this fairy wand, and I think I'd go for Death's Scythe. The reason for that is that our character's the strongest, and he should also look like one. This scythe would give him more aura, not some old lady stick. Also, like we analyzed, Death's Scythe is pretty dangerous as well, so yeah, this is our weapon of choice. Okay, now let's give our character an IQ of someone. Now we have characters like Mr. Peabody. If Einstein and Batman adopted a dog, this would be the result. Mr. Peabody invented time travel, cured historical disasters, and mastered every academic field. There's also Master Oogway, Fairy Godmother, and, of course, Megamind. Now, these two are out because they're obviously no match. I'm talking about actual genius. So, when it comes to these two, it's kind of tricky because this dog is really good, but Megamind would be better as our pick. All of these traits would be kind of useless if our character doesn't know how to fight. So, let's pick our skill or combat capabilities. All our candidates obviously would be from the Kung Fu Panda series. We have all of Po, Master Shifu, T-Lung, and Kai. However, we would go with none of these because the person we have in mind is none other than Master Oogway. Master Oogway is basically the master, or even the one that created Kung Fu. So it is without a doubt that he'd be the most proficient at it. He mastered Qi, he predicted battles before they happened. He fought a world-ending monster in the spirit realm by himself. His techniques are so polished that even his finger has a kill move. Yeah, Oogway is basically DreamWorks skill ceiling. 7 traits down, 2 more to go. And let's continue by choosing our special ability. For this trait, I think we have very little opinions, if not limited to just one. And that's Toothless's Alpha Mode, how to train your dragon. When Toothless activates Alpha Mode, he becomes a flying shadow nuke with plasma beams that can melt metal, collapse stone pillars, and vaporize anything dumb enough to come close to him. Alpha Mode boosts his physical stats, his awareness, his flight control, and his attack potency. His plasma lightning attacks turn dudes into fireworks. And yes, he can command every dragon in range like a Wi-Fi router of destruction. Meaning, if our character have this, we would be able to subdue anyone below our level. Yeah, our character's already the strongest, right? But hold on, because we still have one more trait, and that's our final transformation. Now this is where things get disrespectful. Everything we've picked so far is already insane, but this next part is what truly breaks the DreamWorks universe in half. There are several transformations in DreamWorks, but ours would be different, and you know what? I wouldn't be the one choosing it, because I'd leave that one to you. Tell us down in the comments which transformation would fit our character best. And until next time, subscribe.